Hey guys, welcome to another Driving Through Jamaica series. Yes, we're going further than just Kingston. So it's not driving through Kingston anymore, or not even driving through uptown Kingston. We're going to drive through Jamaica, but first, I want to do a little feature again on cherry gardens because I think last time I did cherry gardens, I just kind of scratched the surface. And something was telling me that there was something up there that we didn't see that was worth seeing. So we're going to go up there in this video. Make sure you stay tuned to the end as usual. But before we do that, we are going to go in this community here. I think it's called Graham Heights. I used to live in this community when Munchkin was yay high, so I decided to take her up there and see and show her where her third birthday party was held, where we used to live at the time. She had a SpongeBob party that was just the talk of the street. She had, this big SpongeBob bounce about that you could see from the street, and everybody was passing and asking if them couldn't come at the party. So I was just driving by and showing her where that iconic birthday party was held. And then we're gonna go and drive through this charming little neighborhood. So here's the house. This is where I used to live a few years ago. And I see that they have redone this whole gate and fence thing. And I love that it shows that this neighborhood, and of course I did rent house. So where you are sip on top here, so them have a little basement where me and Munchkin used to rent, okay? And this neighborhood, it's reflecting exactly my thoughts that when you live in this neighborhood and the neighborhood keeps up, you see all this a big building, me go talk little things about it. So just remember it in your mind. Me soon talk things about it because I think this building was in contention in the neighborhood for some time. Why you go come build? Look how much story it is. This big hell of a apartment complex looking right over into the people them yard. That not right. When you come at them residential neighborhood, you come and you build a little townhouse them like this complex. You see what me talk about? You know come build this big hell of a structure in that people them uptown neighborhood. Anyway, so as I was saying, I think I would classify this as maybe like an upper middle class neighborhood. So these people, they've done well for themselves. They've bought their homes, they have a family, and them keep up them house, them keep up them neighborhood. They keep their landscaping, as we saw in the house that I was telling y'all I lived in. Them fix them fence and them fix up them place, them spend a lot of money and make sure them place look good. So we can see the size of the lots and how them have nice big yard space. I love that. And some of them decide them not left, so them belong. So you can see this one here, one hell of a piece of property. This here, woo, look how far it go back. Yeah, man. That the one that belong, 3 generation, 4 generation living in that the house there. I love these kind of very charming neighborhoods. It has that old charm of understated money. Like, I'm comfortable, me no rich, me no, this is what I get from this neighborhood. It says I'm comfortable, I made it, I have everything I want in life. I'm not lavish or whatever you want to call it, but I have everything I want. And so I don't even need more. I don't feel like I need to sell this house and go up on the hillside. This is a nice neighborhood, no need to move. So you take your time and you spend your money. And so you put solar up on your roof and you build up your place. I like this little neighborhood here. So I would call this like an upper middle class neighborhood. I don't know if that is what they would classify themselves, child. Poor me and my opinion with my 2 shillings in my pocket. But anyways, these are the neighborhoods that the people them speak properly, and you have to address them as Miss and Mrs. so and so. You can't call them by their first name, love, and you have to speak like this. These are the ones that when they watch my videos, they say, why do you speak like that? Please stop speaking like that. Please speak properly. And so, I have to speak like this when I'm driving through their neighborhood because I have to represent them well. They don't like when you burst out the patter, my love. You have to, speak properly. When you're driving through these neighborhoods, you take your time and you represent yourself well, and you uphold their standards. That's what you do. Guys, I feel very pretentious when I have to talk like that all the time. Anyways, I really do love this neighborhood though. I think, as I said, it's called Graham Heights. It's, up up Barbican side. A Barbican right there, sorry, I'm more like a name. I don't know what you call it, but this is a Barbican side, and this is a nice neighborhood where if you bought into it long time ago, you're not move again, you're not sell, you're not gonna wear because you have a nice piece of property, you have good land space. I remember the house that we used to live in, it had a nice little backyard and it have gully round a back, so and this is why I tell you, I don't want a house as me as a single woman with one picnic. Me don't want a house because you hear me say it have gully run a back. And one day me find one man up in the breadfruit tree. I pick off the breadfruit. And because it had two basement properties. And when the man who did rent the other side, we shout him out. I would say, see one man in the breadfruit tree, and him start make up noise to try run the man, and the man jump from the breadfruit tree all the way down in the gully, Me don't know how him get up and run way after that. Oh my goodness. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I feel completely safe in these homes because as much as I like this neighborhood, I may I say this is a one place where I couldn't live. If, me get up in an age and me say me want one nice little piece of property for myself, me not want a house, my love. I go back and forth about it because, an apartment is not necessarily safe either. You don't know who coming in there to rent. And then sometimes some of the people them have Airbnb in the property. So you just, you don't know who are come and go. But I don't want the main tenants of a home. That is what I always say, especially if it end up being me one munchkin gone to college or she gone about her business, me one in our house, and then me have to go get garden and all of that. That's why I go back and forth about that. I just think that I just want one nice apartment. We have to be a nice apartment, do you know? It can be some of them concrete block structure where just uch up, and is 500 structures per one piece of property, one lot. It can be that. And so I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So if anybody is watching this video and you know this neighborhood, you know of a very, very charming neighborhood that was right at the entrance of Graham Heights. I'm about to pass it. It had a very charming little gradient, I would say. So it's not quite a hillside, but it had a very charming little gradient with some houses and some apartments were up there too. But it was a good mix of apartment and environment. Mrs. The people them knock down all of that and then build up one structure, you see, a pure concrete and pure modernity. And I would not, when I decide to live somewhere and buy somewhere, it have to have a nice mix of, yes, it's a nice modern apartment, or at least it's a structure that look pretty. Me like things will look nice and neat. But it have to have some greenery too. It have to have some, some fresh air and some spaces where I can go outside and chat to my neighbor and, it not hot. Some tree and some breeze are blow and, me can plant up two little flowers and orchids and whatever me want out a door if me want. Yes. Anyways, so as we're going down the road here, we are seeing, the nice, very, very lovely homes, as I said, with the acreage. And I'm going to show you one that I passed. You can see that these homes are well established, right? Nothing modern, very charming. Them they a long time and them fix up them places. They still look very nice. But you have this little one up. I want them to pass it already. Me must have passed it already. This one very modern house that is like him died and him never fix it up, him knock it down and put one very modern structure up there, and it stuck out like a sore thumb to me. Me must have passed it already, my love. Anyways, you can rewind the video and go look back. You could just catch a like a piece of it. But I really want you guys to see this complex that's at the end of this street that they built, and to me, I think it's a damn shame. It is a damn shame for all of this concrete to be in this very nice, lush looking neighborhood that is, a good mix of homes, a yard space, and the environment just look nice and cool, and like breeze did still a blow. But the people them say me talk too much, so I go shh, I go quiet right here, so I'm just wait for it come up. I'm just gonna wait for it to come. Alright, I'm shh. No, so I can't stop talk. So see there are people look there. A 1, 2, 3, 4 story that. And it look nice, But that's too big. And I think that's too big for the neighborhood. Wally, about how much house that? That look like about 100 apartment. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's and then the traffic round here so never did normal already, So I can't imagine when all of them 100 people that live right there. So I don't know about that. Anyways, on to another street that I used to frequent very often. This neighborhood again, this is right at the entrance of Cherry Gardens. So the street itself, I think this is called Russell Heights. This was one of those very upper middle, and maybe they would even say lower upper, something one class name, so lower upper. Very nice homes were here. But it looked like, say, a lot of the picnic them, no one the house them, the matriarch and the old people them dead off, that may I try say. And the picnic them gone, but them business they don't want the house. So there is a lot of apartments I saw being built on this street here. The house them sell out to the developer them love, and whole heap of apartments are built as we drive. You will see a mix of these nice new modern apartments as you see on the right hand side here, and that next one over there, so and then over on the left you still see some of the homes that are still left on this street. Again, this is Russell Heights. The entrance, one of the entrances to Cherry Gardens. Enough ways for go up a Cherry Garden, so these are one of them. And I love Russell Heights. I've always loved Russell Heights, but I realize that it is going through its own transformation, especially on the main road here itself. A lot of the old, charming, the very charming homes have sold out, and the developer, them, me love them, a circle. The developer, them, a circle like John Crow. I wait for people to sell them piece of property so them can put 30 apartment on the one lot. Anyways, so as I said, when I did the first video, the very first video had a little bit of Cherry Gardens in there. And I was like, no, man, there is more to Cherry Gardens, more that I have not yet captured. So I want to capture it. And that's what we are going in search of. And guys, I found, you have to stay to the end of this video. I found it. You see all this one, yeah? Watch it. More apartments are go up. Kingston can't manage all of them development here, We need better transportation about the place. When 30 people live in a one whole lot, where I just did one family living in a. How we go? How we go, people? When the water system and the sewage and the traffic and everything under stress. How we go? I say, may I start giving a pockets of silence so I can just enjoy the drive. But we are getting up into the homes now that I really want you to see. We're crossing over into Cherry Gardens here. I think we've kind of left Russell Heights and we've crossed over now. We're in Cherry Gardens proper. And you can see that based on the homes that we're now starting to see on the screen. This one impressed me a lot. Me bend the corner and say, no, me have to wheel and come again. This one over here on the left that we're seeing right now, it nicey. No, me like this. It had a nice corner lot. Big lot there, so. And yeah, me did like it. So we're gonna go around and look at it again. And I'm going into the belly here of Cherry Gardens now and just having a look at what the homes, the average homes look like. When I reach now, when I reach up at top man part it. We're just looking at, this is lower Cherry Gardens, my love. Not up where the to-dos live yet, but yes, this is just the lower section. So we're going through and we're going to see that yellow house again that was on the corner. I really like that one. Something about yellow homes really speak to me. Just looks bright and cheery and tropical, doesn't it? It looks like a Jamaican house. I think so. I really like it. All of the homes that are going up now have this beige color, like this one on the right here. Nice, modern, lovely house. But every house have this beige. Paint my house yellow. Show me that tropical Jamaican sunshine. Munchkin was enthralled with this property over here. It looked nice, didn't it? It looked very tropical and very island home, island money. That's what that one looked like. But and the great house is over on the right here. If you know anything about Cherry Gardens, and you know this great house. But we're gonna go on to Cherry Hill Drive. That's what we're gonna search out. We're gonna seek out and see if we can find the upper echelon of Cherry Gardens, darling. And so, you have to go up into the hills for that. And so here we are entering up into the hills. And so I'm gonna speak as if I come from Cherry Gardens for the rest of the video. All right, me not do it. But yes, see one next yellow house. I like them nice. I just really love how these houses maintain themselves. You can tell that they've been here a while because you see all the ivy on the wall growing, and it's very mature. And the trees, it's a good mix for me. It is a good mix of lush, tropical, your landscaping, your garden, your flowers, your palm trees. It looks like you live in Jamaica. We're not competing with anywhere else. So you see, I told them and everything, same way, because we're still their yard. But, it's a nice mix of everything. All right, so this house on the right here, so now we were trying to debate if it's a house or a complex. You let me know. But what I like about it is that we're debating. You see the one palm bird sucker what it just look like? Yeah, them never do it. See the next one coming up on the left here is a complex. But it never 3-story and 4-story and this behemoth of a building. See it? Nice little complex. When enough greedy man wanna not develop the complex them, wanna take over one lot and want to put 30 apartment on the one lot. Just do it tastefully. So it blends in with the environment, and then you're left wondering, is that a complex or is that a house? Because in Cherry Gardens, it could very well be a house. I mean, look at this house that I'm peeking up on the hill now. I am trying to decide, is that a house up there? So a one-smaddy house? That wow! You see how wide that have a west wing and a back wing. This other one, you see those 4 villa properties at the very top? I want y'all to keep them at the top of your mind. I'm going to bring them back up later on in the video. I want to answer a question for me. And then you see that glass one right there, so? We have about 3-story and those 2 lower stories. What is that, parking? Do we think that's a part of the house too? I want ratty house that, people. You see that the house there? I would absolutely love to see inside because all I want to wear say the house them nice, but them not modern. That glass house, that bill next year, it not bill yet. That is a modern house. That bill next year, that they in a 2030 and we they in a 2025. And then guys, look at the view that they have when you come up here. That's why the driveway them steep, so because when you come up here, you're seeing all of Kingston. You just feel like you're living in the clouds. Absolutely amazing. Is this it? At the glass house this year? We did see this one down on the hill. Me can't even me no know. Me no know people. Me no know how it look from the back. And then I realized that this is a dead end. So we just juke a U-turn and we'll go back down the hill. But we have to stop and appreciate the view. See it here again? Was this a glass? Me take the glass house a little higher. So again, maybe we never see this one down on the hill because when we're down on the bottom looking up, the glass house, they just kind of enthrall me. So I don't even know if me did see that one day. Look at these driveways over on the left. That's why them have these views because you already come up the hill and you drive more and go way up a way with your proper 4-wheel drive vehicle. Don't come around these parts if you have a little putt, my love. Nobody say, come look for your friend in your putt. Look at the view. And then, you see, this is why when I did the Portmore video and people say how, the people them build them nice big house and me I talk down about them, I was absolutely not talking down on them. The Portmore them bigger than some of them here. The Portmore one them fireman. See this me still in the city. I'm getting the nice big house same way. That me I say. Wait. Ooh, is this the glass house? It look like me find it. It don't look like me find it. Look what that one is nice. That one is nice. You see this retaining wall right here, so now? Is the one them one me did ask to remember the 4 house them when we did down from the bottom. I ate this here? I think I ate this here. Remember the 4 house them never done bill yet, No could I still see. I think I ate this up here, so look at this wall. I was like, this is Alcatraz. But remember, guys, this road that I'm on, we're not even 10 minutes outside of Manor Park. So we're still in the corporate area, pretty much. But you get this view, you get the breeze, you get to feel as if you're there country. You see this something say viewpoint a while ago. Look at these views. Look at the hillside, guys. Imagine living not even 10 minutes from the hustle and bustle. Hey, me a bus a U-turn, I say, no, this look like a dead end. I mean, I go up in a construction area right there, so no, me love. Me know my limitation. Me know me limited, as them would answer on TikTok, me know me limited. So, when road look like it a done, me take a U-turn. But I think the four house them where we did see, are up here, so it's a bill. And it this look like some money. Watch this a while. You know, see? Looking at the corner, the top corner, they say, you know, see house them. See them there? And look on the wall. To make sure say no hurricane, no earthquake, no breeze, they can't blow them here down. Me I say, well, you know, some money spent up here, my love, and some me not going to people them construction site. Me just juke me look a U-turn and come take on myself. But I saw a little view, so I back up a little bit and me I say, I wish by them house are there. Because me I say them house look nice. Hold on a little bit more show now what me I go. Me I wind down my window and show now what me I see. But then I realized that these houses are no longer in Cherry Gardens. Those look like them up on Norbrook Hillside. So that's our next video for one next time. But I'm gonna see the people. So maybe run at the back where we did see with them have apartments. So you have the villa them run a front and the apartment them run a back. So money spent around there, my love. But me not go around there. Anyways, if you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you leave Brick City in the comments. If you made it all this way, I want you to leave Brick City, the words Brick City, down into the comments because guys, let me tell you something. This video, it pales in comparison. I went to one more neighborhood here in Kingston City. I've never been there before and it blew my mind. Make sure you subscribe. You're off it there one day.